And this morning's Coffee With is with Nick Groff.
And the satellite interview is furnished by Destination America. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Nick back to WJZ and the Morning Edition. And we're talking about paranormal activity about an hour-and-a-half drive away from Baltimore. Folks, this is your neighborhood ghost of Shepherdstown. What is going on out there?
Yeah, it's been crazy out there. Good morning, everybody in Baltimore. Hope all is well. Shepherdstown is a really interesting location. It's rich in history. Obviously, Harper's Ferry is very close, Civil War. A lot of death has occurred, and there's this increase in paranormal activity that we're trying to figure out what's happening. So we teamed up with the police department in Shepherdstown with Chief King and his staff, and our actual headquarters is right there in Town Hall, right next to the police station. And we're going first on scene to people that are having unexplainable things happen to them, and some are real. Like, there was a call that we got where somebody claimed to have a burglar in their house, so we rushed over there with the police, and the police do their sweep. They're looking for them, and the people are confined to their room, saying the door was being slammed on. They got scared, heard feet walking in the house, and police said there was no one in the house, and they're claiming that there is someone definitely in their house. So that's when we come in and try to figure out what's happening.
Okay, I get the idea you're doing ride-alongs with the police, so you're on the scene when calls come in. Okay, we get that. But from your experience, from your group's experience, why would you say there's increased paranormal activity? It's almost like out of Ghostbusters.
I know, it really is when you think about it. And that's what I can't understand. When I first got the call to come and try to help, I was trying to figure it out too. And there's all sorts of possibilities that we could think about from a logical perspective. You know, with environments, there could be elements where the world is changing, the environment's changing, stuff is shifting, where it's increasing some sort of energy or some sort of pull that could increase some sort of paranormal activity that we don't fully understand yet, or science hasn't developed enough to try to figure out. So that's where I think when we start theorizing, and that's where we come in to try to put, you know, is there an environmental element to this? Or is it something that's paranormal that we haven't figured out yet? Or why is this person seeing a shadow figure? Or why are these sounds happening when they shouldn't? So that's really what we're trying to figure out. And some of them we can rule out. We can rule out as environmental elements and pretty much, as we claim in the paranormal field, debunk them and say this is actually what's occurring. But some stuff is so unexplainable, and it actually still blows my mind away after doing this for so long with the footage that we captured in this season of Ghosts of Shepherdstown.
So season 2 does take you outside Shepherdstown, and you do go to Maryland. You go to South Mountain, Maryland. And what did you find or explore when you were there?
Yeah, we go to several different towns, so it's not just in Shepherdstown. It started spreading, as we say, to Harper's Ferry, Martinsburg, Charlestown, so many different surrounding towns. And what we started to understand is there's some sort of pattern that's happening. And certain people, like the managers of locations, the owners, people, residents of their own home, are having these things happen that are connecting together. So we started to understand, putting these puzzle pieces together, what we were exploring actually had similarities in them. And that was the most interesting thing about this entire full-blown case investigation. We thought it was just simply right here in Shepherdstown, okay, it's done, this is kind of what's happening, but it's almost like it's spreading. I don't know, it's very strange. So that's what we start to dive into this season, and it gets really intense on some investigations. Like, for instance, we went to the Browns farm, and there's this small cave that we come across, and there was some weird things happening that led us into the middle of the woods. And I had to go into this really confined cave, and it drops like 10 feet down and opens up into this huge cave system. And you'll see what happens when we start to understand, exploring these caves, what the connection is here.
Cool. Destination America Mondays. Ghost of Shepherdstown. Always interesting when you come on, and you always give reason to say, hey, at least watch this and check it out. Thanks for being with us again.
Thank you.
Pleasure's all ours.
Thanks, Nick.
Okay, just remember.
Have a great day.
You bet.
Have a great
Nick.
day.
Thanks. Just remember, if a deity asks you if you're a god, Professor Venkman, say you're a god.
It's got this Ghostbusters thing, huh?